welcome to Bryan Living and Learning. I'm Alan Brugman from the City of Bryan's Communications Department.
And I'm Sandy Ferris with Bryan ISD. Today we'll tell you about some middle school students who got some hands-on experience in an engineering activity, and we'll tell you about some 5th graders who were chasing butterflies but for an educational reason.
The City of Bryan will tell you about a brand new restaurant that recently opened up here in town, and we'll show you a recap of the Bryan Fire Department Citizens Fire Academy that recently wrapped up. But before we get to those stories, recently our mayor and some of our city council members took a train ride to learn about the railway system that runs through our town. Our Bryan City Council recently had the opportunity to take a trip of a different kind. Union Pacific hosted train rides to help educate public officials, law enforcement, and members of our community on railroad safety. The trip took council members and Mayor Jason Bianski through downtown Bryan and west to Mumford. During the trip, Union Pacific engineers provided safety tips and information to the passengers, all as part of their Operation Lifesaver program. The train ride gave passengers a unique look at areas of our city and community.
Well, Alan, I imagine that experience provided a different perspective for people on that ride.
Yeah, we heard a lot of the council members remark that they had never seen the town from that perspective before, so it's good for them to see what the engineers go through.
Well, SFA Middle School recently hosted Viva Technology, a national organization that encourages students to take a look at a field in engineering.
Well, the kids are part of a Viva Technology program that's sponsored by Shell Oil. And all day they're going to be working to complete 3 challenges throughout the day. They are competing to see who comes up with the most efficient or the best solution for their challenge. Throughout the day they have a chance to win Viva dollars for the challenges that they are creating, and as well as good questions throughout the day, and then they take those dollars and turn them in for a raffle at the end of the day, and they have an opportunity to win incredible prizes such as iPods, computers, cameras, and all sorts of incredible science equipment that they can use at home.
Great Minds in STEM was founded in 1989, based out of Los Angeles, California, and what we run is called the Viva Technology Program, which is our K-12 STEM awareness program. We do national programming, basically trying to get kids more aware about pursuing college degrees and ultimately a career path within STEM fields. STEM standing for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We came here actually through a wonderful sponsorship through Shell Oil Company. They're able to provide a sponsorship for our program to actually exist and go to different schools, not only here at Austin Middle School, but locally we also go to Rudder High School. We're going to McDonald Prep 35 in Louisiana, and we also go to schools in Atlanta, Georgia, and Pennsylvania through their grant. And what they do is because they understand that they're ultimately going to find a need to get more people within technical fields, within STEM fields. So they sponsor programs like this because they want to see more kids, not only at the middle school level, but in the high school level, become more aware about the technical field so that they can ultimately recruit these people to go to college and then make sure they're employees in the near future.
Oh! 3.4! We know that we have an aging workforce, so we're getting ready for the great crew change. And so we want to bring an understanding to the students about what the job opportunities are in our industry. And then the other thing is because jobs are becoming more and more technical, and so we want the students to understand the importance of math and science as they start thinking about their career path. And you know, middle school is a great way to start because as they're getting ready to go into high school, they have that foundation.
Los Cucos Mexican Restaurant recently held their ribbon cutting celebration for their newest location east of Highway 6 in Bryan. The BCS Chamber of Commerce recently gathered to cut the ribbon and celebrate the grand opening of Bryan's newest restaurant, Los Cucos. The restaurant is in the Colony Park Shopping Center near Kroger at Boonville Road and Highway 6. Los Cucos is the newest business that helped continue development on Bryan's east side, with the recent openings of the Best Western Atria Hotel, Cracker Barrel, IHOP, and new developments being planned all along Highway 6. Bryan's east side continues to grow. In the coming months, Tony Roma's restaurant will be opening just down the frontage road from Los Cucos in front of the movie theater. For the latest development and new business updates, we'll be sure to keep you up to date here on Bryan Living and Learning.
Well, Alan, I've actually been to the new Los Cucos a couple of times recently.
Yeah, I imagine that restaurant will stay pretty busy. Austin's Colony is so close to it, and then Copperfield's just down the road.
Well, some of our fifth graders recently visited a USDA research facility where they got an up-close look at nature.
A group of future scientists from Ross and Mitchell fifth grade science classes were recently treated to a field trip to the Texas A&M Butterfly Garden and Pond located at the USDA Southern Plains Area office.
So I'm Dr. Wilson, and you've already met me before I presented at your school.
After a short classroom meeting where workbooks were distributed and students observed some interesting demonstrations, the remainder of the day was spent in the garden completing a number of activities designed to educate and spark student interest in becoming scientists.
The main focus is that we don't have enough scientists, particularly here, USDA ARS is agricultural scientists, but scientists in general, we're not producing them in America. And I think it comes down to the fact that students don't observe anymore. They don't use 5 senses, and then they don't ask questions. So we're bringing them out here to use their senses to observe this pond activity. They're actually identifying different pond plants and then doing measurements of the pond and working out surface area, bringing in the mathematics. And we have a fish from the pond. They get to catch the fish and then draw them, look at the fins, where the fins are located. It's actually a mosquito fish, the gambusia, so we don't get mosquitoes in the pond. They're eaten by the fish. So it's a good control method, environmentally safe. And then the ARS, we've put in, it's called a People's Garden, and they're encouraging federal agencies to put these in around the nation. And ours, we've combined a butterfly garden, a pollinator garden, and a monarch way station. So we have enough plants to qualify for those designations. The monarch is particularly, you have to have milkweed plants because that's the only plant that monarch butterflies will lay their eggs on to feed their caterpillars. And we're actually tagging them. We catch them as they're flying south from Canada. We catch them in the garden, and we tagged one with the students today. And then we release it, and then hopefully it'll be tagged. The tag will be found in Mexico, and we can find out how long it took to get there. Looking around, I'm impressed that they're actually working. I mean, we're not forcing them to work. They're actually involved in the activities. They're engaged in science. They're outdoors. Their observation skills. They're looking for caterpillars. We've just seen a Gulf fritillary emerge from its chrysalis, which is a teachable moment. We have corn in the garden for them to look at. They've been studying. We have a big project where we ship out free corn earworm caterpillars for students to study, and every 5th grade elementary student in Bryan has been studying these insects.
What do they pronounce this?
Trying to engage them, get them out of the books so they're not looking at a life cycle in a book, they're actually growing the insect through its life cycle and learning that way, and hopefully getting excited.
Dr. Wilson provides corn earworms for our kids to study through the scientific method every year. And he came to our school and he said that I have an opportunity for you to have an outside learning experience. So we brought the kids so that they can have outside experiments and look at things in real world situations. A lot of our kids don't get to see the flowering plants, and so they're getting to see the flowering plants, the adaptations of the butterflies and why it works for the butterflies. And they're always questioned on tax about adaptations, usually butterflies, migration, and that kind of thing, so they're getting to see it real world, and they can apply it to the knowledge that they learn on the tax test as well as what we do in class and activities.
The Bryan Fire Department's Citizens Fire Academy recently wrapped up with their field day and a graduation celebration. The Bryan Fire Department's Citizens Fire Academy is a 13-week course designed to give community members an up-close, hands-on look at the day-to-day operations of our local firefighters. After weeks of meeting in classrooms, students met at Brayton Fire School and had the chance to suit up and actually help fight a fire. Under the supervision of veteran firefighters, Academy members entered a controlled burn and helped extinguish fires on 2 levels. On the last night of the course, the firefighters of Station 5 hosted the group to a fajita dinner and graduation celebration. Firefighters say that they get as much out of the class as the students do.
These folks who have seen the inner workings can speak for us, and that's what we hope to gain, you know, just that added advocate speaking for us out there, and you know, just one other perspective. You know, it's not the fire department saying these things, it's the public, it's the community who has been involved and seen what we do, and they're going out there and sharing the word with what we do.
For more information on that Citizens Fire Academy, log on to bryantx.gov and navigate to the fire department. The City of Bryan recently hosted our annual United Way Hamburger Lunch. City of Bryan employees recently got together to share a hamburger lunch at Sue Haswell Park. Bryan firefighters helped serve the employees, who then had the opportunity to help vote on a Halloween costume contest. Local radio personalities K.O. and Jenny from the 104.7 Mix Morning Show were on hand to help judge a dessert contest and also acted as auctioneers to sell off the treats. Employees had collected donations on behalf of their bosses in these tip jars. The bosses that raised the most money, as well as the least money, had to kiss these camels.
Oh! Oh, yeah!
Get a boat!
City of Bryan employees also had the chance to take photos with the camels. All the proceeds from the lunch, donations, and the auction went to our local chapter of the United Way. Well, we told you about those camels that made a special guest appearance at the United Way Hamburger Lunch. Before that event, we did a special blog. We wanted to show it to you now. Hello, welcome back to the City of Bryan blog. I've got two special guests here, a male and a female camel, who are nibbling on my shirt and my pants. But these guys are going to be special guests in the City of Bryan at the United Way Hamburger Cookout. It's this Friday. It's from 11 to 1 at Sue Haswell Park. These camels are going to be down there, and since I'm bonding with them so much here, of course, they're going to be attached to me then. They're going to be my friends. They're going to be down there. Of course, it's the City of Bryan's biggest fundraiser for United Way. We're selling hamburgers, we're selling sausage, we're selling an opportunity to take photos with these camels. And also, the City of Bryan boss, who has the least amount of money in their jar, is going to kiss one of these camels. They're going to pucker up and kiss him right on the lips, and they're going to love it. And the boss is going to love it as well. So join us out Friday, Sue Haswell Park, City of Bryan, 11 to 1. Meet the camels. You'll see me. You'll see everybody. Join us there. City of Bryan blog.com. This year's Lights On event has been moved to a Friday, and this year it'll be held on November 19th. It's time to give downtown Bryan that special holiday glow with our third annual Lights On celebration. Join us on Friday, November 19th at 6:30 p.m. at downtown Sale Park for free cookies and cider, holiday entertainment, and of course, the downtown lights. And bring the kids, because after the lights go on, the movie starts. We'll be showing How the Grinch Stole Christmas, starring Jim Carrey, at the Palace Theater around 7:45. And this year you can vote for the best downtown window display and your favorite Christmas tree down at the MSC Forsyth Center Galleries. We'll see you in downtown.
Well, that's all the time we have today. I'm Sandy Ferris.
And I'm Ellen Brugman. Thanks for watching. And don't forget